Ooh, it's 67 degrees outside. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to this video. I do not like how that said. Okay. Hello everyone. In this video, I will be sharing with you things that made me happy in May because my hands are really dry, but that's not why. If you see the dryness in my hands, just leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. Because happy things from May. Because I really enjoyed watching monthly favorites while I was growing up, right? And I still love watching them now. However, I feel like I don't have enough things every single month to make a video every single month for monthly favorites, if that makes sense. And I'm not sounding like a jumbled mess, but I do have enough happy things happening to me or in my life in general, I guess, throughout the month to make a monthly things that made me happy that month video. So that's what this is. Let me just read you this paragraph I wrote up here to clarify it some more in case I didn't make any sense at all. Okay. Things that made me happy because I honestly don't have enough monthly faves or different things every month to make one every month, but I think I have enough things making me happy that I can make these instead to look back on. Great run-on sentence. Oh, so Natalie, couldn't these be your favorites? No. No. Sometimes the things that make me happy aren't things I necessarily consider my favorite, you know? Anyway, here are things that made me happy in May of 2026. Yay! I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. Okay, first of all, rewatching Teen Wolf. When we started, suddenly everybody wants to be loud outside. Suddenly everybody wants to be loud outside. First on this list, I have rewatching Teen Wolf. Meaning my siblings and I, started at the end of April, but we finished it this month. And wow, I really love Teen Wolf. I have my issues with it. It has things that make me angry and annoyed and uncomfortable, but I truly love Teen Wolf. Maybe because it takes me back to my teenage days when I was watching it for the first time, and I'm always like, wow, I really wish I could rewatch this for the first time, specifically as a teenager, because as an adult, I'm picking it apart with all little things that are inaccurate or inconsistent with real life. But as a teen, I was more willing to let that slide because I was A, less aware, and B, less stuck up. And by stuck up, I mean less staunch in the rules of the world. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I love Teen Wolf. Oh, important to note, I haven't watched the movie and I absolutely refuse to. Everything I've heard about it, I don't like. And I know that the fandom has pretty much collectively decided to pretend that the movie doesn't exist. And from what I hear, I'm inclined to agree. Moving on. Oh, this bird keychain. Oh, it's up there. I could move the camera to show you, but then I'm gonna have a really tough time rearranging my phone to get this fantastic angle you have going on. The bird keychain, the one I showed a few videos back, you know, the cardinal, whatever. My sister got it for me from New Orleans, and I love it so much. It is so gorgeous, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. It's supposed to be a little keychain to hang from your rear view mirror in the car, but I love it so much more as my little decor. So cute, so beautiful. And speaking of that bird keychain, I'm reminded that I don't have items that I would like to show you collected, so give me a second while I go collect these items I want to show you. Okay, I think all the items have been collected, if not. Oh, I had an acai bowl. It has been so long since I last had an acai bowl. I think the last time was probably when I was in Chicago in 2022. I think the last time I was in Chicago was in 2022, and I think that's the last time I had an acai bowl. But I love acai bowls so much. I missed the acai bowl place on Franklin Street in Chapel Hill. They were so delicious. I love acai bowls so much. We did have issues in this one because I thought I had clicked delivery because it was kind of late at night and I didn't want to go out to pick it up, but somehow it automated back to pick up. So then we were scrambling around, my sister and I, to go pick it up, and make sure that it didn't leak and go all over the place. But they were fine. It was fine. It tasted delicious regardless. It was from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and it was really, really delicious. It was so, so yummy, if a little bit runny, droopy, melty from the little oopsie. Went to Barnes and Noble. Okay, went to Barnes and Noble. I've talked about this a little bit, but I picked up 2 very interesting books that I'm really excited to read. I've talked about both of these, but Vesper Flights. This is a collection of essays I'm really excited to read. Girl on Girl, How Pop Culture Turned a Generation of Women Against Each Other, and I am already reading this. I'm very, very little into it, but I'm having a good time. I'm having a grand old time. I almost cried yesterday while reading this because I just got really angry. I got really angry at the audacity of men. Oh god, it's just pissing me off. Anyway, I like those books. And one thing about Barnes and Noble is I really do enjoy Barnes and Noble, but oftentimes I find it really overwhelming because each one is set up so differently, right? Each one has their little shelves set up in a different organizational way. What am I saying? Each location has their shelves set up a little bit differently, so I always feel like I'm scrambling around like a little rat in a maze trying to find whatever I'm trying to find. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, this book I'm looking for, I don't know the genre of it. I don't know the genre of a lot of books off the top of my head, nor do I care to. I will say I'm one of those people who definitely judges books by their covers. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to do this thing. Well, I'm not trying because I haven't tried it yet. I want to do this thing where I walk into the library and just blindly pick out a book and read it, regardless of what it is. But I'm not that kind of person. I just know that won't work for me. I am very much someone who knows what I like. And when I feel like experimenting, then I will experiment. But otherwise, I just won't be into it. And I'm also someone who is very, very wishy-washy, even if it is something I like. And I sound so confusing right now, but basically it's probably not going to work. I like the idea of doing that, but it's not going to work. Point is, Barnes and Noble, I really, really love Barnes and Noble, but it is very overwhelming. It is very overstimulating, and I don't like that the romance is almost always front and center and all the covers look the exact same pretty much, which adds to the confusion and overstimulation, and I just ugh. But sometimes I have good finds. I have good finds sometimes. Okay. Ooh. I feel like I'm saying ooh, ooh, ooh so much, like a gorilla. Mother's Day weekend, I asked my family if they had any shirts, tops that they don't wear anymore, and if they would like to give them to me, because I am always, always on the market for t-shirts, especially free ones, duh. And I got a good collection of them. Got t-shirt donations from parents and aunt and uncle. I always feel like I have so many and then I don't, and then I have to do laundry early than I need to because I have no tops, and it's awful, especially because it's getting hotter outside and I don't really have designated going through a walk clothes or anything. Okay, I try to read that all in one breath because it's all written in one breath, but let me just tell you, basically, I always feel like I have a lot of t-shirts, but I never do, and especially now, it's getting worse because I don't have designated going on walks t-shirts or clothes, so I'm throwing more clothes to wash, more t-shirts to wash, and then I end up being like, oh, I have no t-shirts for my inside wear. Now I have to do laundry often, and I don't like doing laundry so often. It really, here's the thing, I love doing laundry, okay, it's one of my favorite chores. However, doing it often, I didn't like that. So I asked my family for t-shirt donations, and I got a good chunk of them, and I was planning to do a haul, but I filmed it and I suck. I don't think you're ever getting a haul out of me, girl. I'm sorry. This is a shirt, though, I got donated from my aunt, who got it from my brother, who got pissed at me for accepting this shirt from my aunt who didn't want it. You're getting mad at the wrong person, dude. Anyway, it doesn't fit him. Why is he upset? Whatever. It's my shirt now. It's my shirt. Ooh, it's my shirt now. Anyway, I tried them all on and I like the way they all fit mostly, and I'm really happy. And then I got even more shirts from my cousin-in-law a few days later because she didn't want them. So I was like, hey girl, I'm still on the market for more t-shirts. Got more t-shirts. Honey lavender matcha. I posted a video about this if anybody is interested. It's not super long, but I like it and it makes me happy. And I got honey lavender matcha this month, and I already talked about this in the video, but I had literally been thinking about it pretty much every single day over the course of the month, when I first had it and when I had it again, which is this is May. Had it again in May, and it was so delicious. I'm thinking about it right now. I think about it so often because it tastes so good. It tastes so good. It's delicious. Oh, I got this perfect, amazing, awesome stool table situation from Home Goods, and it's very lovely. I love it. I get a lot of use out of it. A great investment, a great, awesome, super cool, useful investment. You know what I meant to say. Super cool, awesome, useful investment. I love it. I'm so happy with it. My sister's birthday was this past month in May, and the cake turned out really, really delicious and so yummy. I was a little bit wary of it, hesitant, because it was a blueberry yogurt cake. To me, that just doesn't sound the best. I'm not a fan of blueberries, first of all. Yogurt cake, blueberry yogurt cake, but it turned out surprisingly really, really delicious. I didn't like the blueberry parts, so I try to avoid all the blueberries, but they have blueberries in the layers, which I didn't realize. But it ended up tasting delicious overall if I just pretend that the blueberries didn't exist. Originally, I was thinking I would have just a very tiny little piece just to say, oh yeah, I ate your birthday cake, because I didn't like I said, I don't like blueberries. I don't like the idea of yogurt cake, much less blueberry yogurt cake. But it was really good. It was really good if we ignore the live blueberries. The cake was overpriced in my opinion, especially for the size of it as well. It was pretty small, but it was good. It melted on my tongue, which is such an interesting thing to say. I never know what people mean when they say, it's just melting on my tongue. But then I eat something that just melts on my tongue, like this cake, and I'm like, yeah, I get what you all are talking about. This cake melted on my tongue. I wrote something about the flavor here. There was a slight spiced flavor, cinnamon. There was a slight spiced flavor, cinnamon or cardamom, and I couldn't put my finger on it. It was nice, but definitely overpriced in my opinion. Might buy again because it did taste really good. A couple days later, we went to the cafe again, and I got the honey lavender matcha again, and it was so freaking delicious. And I remember to grab a straw this time to properly mix in the honey, so I wasn't only half of the drink that I had with the honey, because the previous time, if you watched my vlog, you would know I forgot to grab a straw, and I was trying to mix in the honey, doing this little shaky thing. It wasn't working. It still tasted good, but it tasted better with the honey properly mixed in my opinion. It has a little bit of the je ne sais quoi. Anyway, I'm thinking maybe next time I might try it hot. I feel like the honey would go really well with it being hot, because you know, honey tastes good in hot teas. It's really soothing through the throat and nice. But I'm like, do I really want a hot drink during summer where the temperatures are reaching a record high? Probably not, but I could be a little bit crazy like that. It could keep my insides warm, and it would be soothing through my throat, because I can't have a lot of cold drinks, because then my throat gets achy breaky and it hurts. So I might try it hot next time. And you never know, the next time we end up going to this cafe might be in the fall or in the winter. You never know. Or it could be a really cold, rainy day like it is right now. Actually, I don't know if it's cold. I told you it was 67 degrees. That's kind of chilly-ish. Might be humid though. Oh, Here's the thing. If it's a hot day, I might consider getting a hot drink. If it's a humid day, I'm absolutely not getting a hot drink. Had hoti hai. Went to IKEA for the first time ever, and it was really fun, but also so confusing and genuinely amazed. I thought people were being over dramatic when they said it was like a maze and it was confusing, and I was like, I'm not like the rest. Trust, I will be having such a fun, easy time figuring it out. But it was really confusing. Even with the signs, it just felt like it was endless. Okay, here's the thing. We went right after we went to the cafe, so I had chugged this drink. Not chugged, but drank it. But it was about an hour away, so by the time we got there, I pretty much finished the drink. And I had to go to the bathroom, okay? So I was looking for the bathroom, and I felt like I was going crazy. Because I couldn't find the bathroom. I saw the sign for the bathroom, and I could not find it. It was at the end of this very, very, very long maze-like situation, right next to the cafeteria area. Finally found it after, I'm not kidding you, maybe 30-45 minutes of walking through the store. It was closed for cleaning. And then my sister was like, I'm pretty sure I saw one downstairs. I was like, okay, great, I'll go downstairs. Hopefully it's like right there, because I remember we entered the doors and the stairs to go upstairs were right there. So if I go back down the stairs, hopefully it'll be right there. What I did not take into consideration was that the stairs were a different set of stairs than the ones we came up from. So I went down, walked all the way to the end, took maybe another 30 minutes. I was at the checkout at this point, and I was like, I'm at the checkout, and I did not see this bathroom. I was like, okay, I'll just go back upstairs and hope that the bathroom is open. I go back upstairs, I head back to go upstairs, and right where the warehouse kind of situation starts and the other section of the stores start, the boundary between the warehouse checkout area looking thing and the rest of the store, right there, tucked away in the corner, is the bathroom. So Natalie, how did you not see this when you passed it? Because they only had the bathroom sign facing this way, so I could only see a labeled bathroom coming back in from the warehouse looking situation. You don't get it. I was just so happy to find a bathroom. Okay? I hate using public restrooms, but when I need to, I'm glad that they are there. That was my IKEA journey. Oh, I found this mirror over here that's hung up over here. It's not the mirror I wanted. I don't really like the way it looks. I might take it down and put it somewhere else. I had an idea, a DIY idea for it. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I do like the mirror. I don't like where it's situated. Oh, yes, back to IKEA if you're still interested. After the bathroom saga, basically, I really like, where did I go? Hello? I tend to treat a lot of shops like interactive museums because I like to just look at things. If I like it, I want to maybe hold it or poke at it. Interactive museum. Plus, IKEA has a lot of displays to show you how things could be used, how their products could be used and decorated, and etc., etc. Perfect interactive museum. Are you kidding me? It's really one thing seeing videos of IKEA and people going to IKEA and trying to navigate it, and it's another thing going yourself. Like I said, I really thought I would be different and it would be the easiest thing for me to get through. I forget that I'm not good at navigation in the first place. It's not funny, but I survived IKEA 2026. We went to the cafeteria, the food court, and my sister got the plant balls, and they taste a little bit like Maggie. The pear soda was really good though. I loved that pear soda. We brought bottles home, one for my sister to share with her friends for a little birthday party she was holding with her friends, and another one for my parents' anniversary, which we will get to later. Hold your horses. Watched the Lego Batman movie. I love Lego Batman. I love it so much. I cannot remember the last time I laughed so hard. There were literal tears in my eyes from how hard I was laughing. And it wasn't even the funniest joke I was laughing at. It was Alfred the Butler with 2 T's joke. It wasn't even the funniest joke in there. It wasn't even the funniest scene in there. But for some reason, it had me literally rolling on the floor laughing. Rolling on the floor laughing, crying. Raw clue. I love that movie. The reason I hadn't watched it is because I was like, oh, I'm not really interested in Legos. So I don't really want to watch this. But then a few months ago, I started getting a bunch of recommendations on my YouTube homepage of compilations from the Lego Batman movie. And I happened to just watch one, and I was like, oh, this sounds actually pretty interesting. So then I watched it. A couple months later, last month, May, I love it. Instantly moved to the top of my favorites list. Like, it's now part of my all-time favorite movies, TV shows, whatever, what have you. Peak cinema, unironically, it's up there with the Minions for me. I got a blind box. Cute little, what are they called? Cute little lamp that I love. They're called cloche fairies. This is Sarah. Anytime I hear the name Sarah, I always think of Sarah by Panic at the Disco. Anyway, cute little lamp. It's not very bright, but I love it nonetheless. It's so cute, so beautiful, so wonderful. I'm really happy. This is my first blind box ever. I'm not really interested in the concept of blind boxes, except Hirono figures, but they're so expensive. But this one, in my opinion, was very, very reasonably priced. So cute. Especially for it being a 2-in-1 situation. Cute trinket, light. Granted, it doesn't offer a lot of visibility, but it's beautiful. I love Sarah. Is it Sarah or Sara? I've kind of been pronouncing it both ways. Went to the flea market. One thing about me, I love the flea market. Unfortunately, we did go a little bit later than usual this time because we had some errands to run beforehand. So we ended up going a little later to the flea market. So most of the booths were closed. They were shut down. They were gone. So there wasn't much to look at, unfortunately. But I did get nacho cheese. I love the flea market. Our local flea market's nacho cheese is just so delicious. Earlier I mentioned that it was my parents' anniversary this month, which it was, obviously, duh. I feel like I shouldn't obviously tell you in this situation because why would you know, right? Anyway, it was my parents' anniversary this month, and for their anniversary, we went to this local restaurant, this delicious local Mexican restaurant that we've been trying to go to all year long for my mom's birthday, for my dad's birthday, for Mother's Day, for just no reason, simply just because we wanted to go. But things just kept coming up, and we didn't get to go. But for our parents' anniversary, we ended up going, and it worked out great because it was kind of a last-minute plan, which is crazy because we try to plan in advance to go, and those times didn't work out. But the last-minute plan where we were like, hey, yeah, today, why don't we go to this restaurant for the anniversary? It worked out great. Life is amazing. I love their quesadillas. No other place makes quesadillas as good as this local restaurant does, and I will stand by that until a better one comes by, but chances are really low, so I'm not worried. Lastly, I got a few more t-shirts from my dad. Jazz hands. Anyway, yeah. May was overall really good and fun. I've been filming for like 40 minutes. I hope this isn't a nightmare to edit, but those are the things that made me happy in May. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. My luck is that I will finish filming this video, probably finish editing it, probably upload it, and then I'll remember something that I wanted to mention. Because towards the end of the month, I did kind of forget to keep adding things. But that's it. So if you watched this far, thank you so much. I really freaking appreciate you. But I will see you all next time. Be kind, be smart, and stay safe, everyone.